Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Let me put the elevator music in. What is happening, everyone? Muhammad, hey, the first here with Tamimi, good morning. Mr. Andy Wilksu, good morning. And Kev Lowe in the flesh. Good to see you guys. And Seer, hey, welcome. Let's start the show. Oh, it's too bright here again. A little bit better. Morty Mess, hey. What's up? Good morning. And Team Trades, welcome. In the house, everybody. How was the Asia session? For everyone, I hope the Asia session was satisfactory, to say the least, right? What time? Right now it's 8 a.m. in the morning. 8 a.m. exactly. So, let's see what's happening. Actually, I do have a trade going on, to be honest. Let's see. It's not even this one. Where is it? Because I am copy trading it. No. I am copy trading this. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here's a trade that I took a little bit earlier. I was just, trying to see if this one wants to go for that order block down there. Not a big deal. So we'll see. Having a bit of a pop here, but that's all. Do you get the full feature for it? No, only the advanced features is what I'm paying for. So if you're thinking about to subscribe to Quant Hour, in my personal opinion, I think all you need is the advanced features, which is the multi-connection feature for multiple prop firms. I do have a discount code for it as well, by the way. It's $30, but with the discount, it's $27 per month. So that's what I'm subscribed to, $27 per month. And it allows you to connect to multiple prop firms. Basically, that's it. Obviously, you can subscribe to the full feature and you can have a bunch of extra indicators and stuff, which I don't need, but it's up to you. Yeah. All right. Excuse me. I still haven't had my coffee yet, but I'm on it. Hey, Holly, what's up? Good to see you. Here to hang out, no trading. Well, sometimes, sitting on the sidelines is better than trading. Mullo, my gosh, I was just reading your DM. Congratulations. It seems like you're breaking alley traders funding. They don't want to give you more money. Congratulations, Malo. Marco, good morning. I thought Ruffer would give it for free. No. You have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. But you can get the platform is free, obviously, and the copy trader is free as long as you're using it with only one prop firm. So obviously you can use it for free, and there's a 7-day trial period for free. You can try it out. No credit card needed. Bill Hohenst in the flash. Let's make those gains. HTX, what's up? With Dreamer, hey, the sabotage. SDJ, what's up? On MyFundedFutures, if I did 9 one day and past 3K mark, what should I do? If I did 9 one day, yeah, and past 3K mark, what should I do? You should, well, if you pass the 3K mark, you should be receiving your funded account, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, I'm using Quantower right now at MyFundedFutures, and basically for all my prop accounts, I'm using Quantower. Yonix, welcome. Farhad, hey, good to see you, Farhad. How's it going? Good morning to you. Yeah, so I'm able to connect to multiple prop firms, even those who I'm not able to connect to. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, I mean, that's the cool feature of Quantower. And of course, the built-in copy trader also good. You know, we like that. Kind of like that. Hold on. I have to do something here real quick. Real quick. AD, good morning. How's it going, everyone? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. There's something I need to send a text message. It's really important. It's really, really important. I need to send this. Just a second. What is happening with this? Hold on a second. Just a second. Just a second. I'm reading something here. All right. Should be okay. Anyway. All right. Here I am. Here I am. Starting to love it for trading. Yeah, I do like it for trading. It's good. Nikos, hey there. AD, all good. Nice. Good to hear. Ticker time. We are not going. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting in this trade. Opened it before the stream. I'm going to explain why I decided to do this, but I have to go down to the 1 minute chart. I mean, it's kind of a tricky situation, but anyway. Let's just go here. I mean, I was scanning the whole range here for, obviously, for order blocks. The good thing, I mean, the interesting scenario here is that we had a liquidity sweep, which is kind of good in a way for short-term trading. There was a liquidity sweep up there. Otherwise, there's a 15-minute demand zone down here. Now, that's not my current target. 15-minute bullish order blocks slash demand zone right down there. So, but in the meantime, as I was watching price, and this would be actually the Asia high, there's also an Asia low here. No, yes, no, here's the Asia low. Sorry, I messed it up. So, oh, come on. Asia low would be right there, but the best part of it is actually this one. I checked it on the mini as well. If you go to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is a bullish order block, aka demand zone right here. This candle picking up liquidity ended up as a bearish candle, but that's just not the only thing. And obviously it started to push everything higher. If you go to the mini, and check it out down here, it's also here. So the same candle right here at the mini, this is the Asia low. And also it has created liquidity void as well, both on the mini and the micro. So it's kind of an interesting area. I do like it. We'll see how it goes. So I went back to the micro and I was like, this one started to go down and I was a little bit too late on the entry. So I entered the trade on the drop. One extra confirmation was that there was a, let me just go to the 1 minute and it's better to show. So it technically inverted two fair value gaps here and basically here. So two inversions here, actually three. Look at that. Boom. And so this was a very fast drop. I was thinking that, oh my god, this is gonna waterfall. I actually wanted to enter at the close of this candle at 1:22 a.m. Eastern Standard, but by the time I opened up Quant Hour and managed to enter in the market order, I was already away like 7 points or 8 from that entry. But the idea is the same. The stop loss is enough, more than enough. And the idea is to go down into that 1 minute demand zone. And obviously, if it goes higher, nothing wrong with that. But I will be keeping an eye on that level. Why not? You know. So that's the idea behind this. What was the idea? Hey, Gabor. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? So far that's the thought process, and yeah, until then we're just waiting. It also inverted this and this fair value gap here, so this bearish candle was quite interesting, engulfing, inversion, everything, and you know, this level is kind of interesting right there. Roll, hey, good morning. And Osama in the flesh. What's up, everyone? How was the Asia session? I see that Asia session actually wasn't that bad. There was some decent moves. Look at this bull flag. But it went to take out that high and then went down. So obviously, I think the Asia session was following protocol. So, yeah. Really bad. Yeah. Yesterday is good. Yeah, I actually, yesterday I had such a headache. To be honest, I'm still kind of, my head is still kind of shaking. I don't know why. Is it because the weather or something? I don't know, but I wasn't feeling too well during the My Funded TV segment. I was actually focusing all my energy to be able to speak. But yeah, my headache still has not been vanished completely. But I don't know. I think it's because of the weather or something. I don't know. Juvens, hey! Or Juvens Senatus, welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Day so far good. Well, I took this trade, as I said earlier, on this drop. The idea is to go down to that 1 minute demand zone. And so this is the only trade I have. Actually, I'm copy trading it for multiple accounts as you see it. Usually I don't do this, but I do have a couple of evals and fundeds as well. So TRADEDAY, Funded Futures Network, Bulenox, MyFundedFutures. I'm taking basically the same direction. I kind of have a good feeling about this trade. I'm not saying it's an A++ setup, but you know, my spidey senses are tingling that that level down there should be taken out. Now, the liquidity void on the mini starts at 38.75. So, you know, we'll see. Small position, small risk, not a big deal if I lose it. But yeah, the order block is actually not starting at 38. It's starting at hold on. Opening up the candle. Oh, it's 30. Okay, so 3 ticks higher is the liquidity void, 38.75. So I thought, like, you know, let's just take profit at 41.50 because of slippage and who knows what. So before getting into the area. Ah, you were watching. Oh, nice. Yeah, sometimes, by the way, and not just sometimes, the good thing with MyFunded TV, amongst many good things, is that they are giving away lots of free resets during the stream, or free accounts as well. So if you're fast enough, you can grab some. Karsten, hey, doing better, doing great. Thank you so much. Well, Nasdaq nowadays, you know, slowly building back up. Karsten, I don't know what to say, man. You're just too kind. He's just coming here almost every day. Wishes the best. Karsten, I wish you all the best things. Lots of profits, lots of funded accounts, and lots of payouts, and all the best to you. So yeah, so far this is the position I took. Copy trading it as you see it with a few other props. Trade day, I need to catch up a little bit on trade day, but only with micros. I'm a little bit more heavier on Funded Futures network right now, and because the entry was bad. Actually, the entry, the worst entry that I have is at my Funded Futures network, because I entered manually. I haven't set up the copy trader there, but we'll see. Absolutely, Karsten. Wish you all the best. Roll. See you in New York session. Yeah, you gotta rest up. You gotta sleep. How do you manage wider targets and stops when trading under trailing drawdown rule? It's very, very easy, actually, Mr. Andy Wilkes. It's super easy. You trade small size. You know, for example, I'm copy trading this on a few funded accounts with 2 micros. If I lose this trade, I'm only going to lose. My stop is somewhere around above like 510 or something. If I lose this, I'm only losing like $100 and something, 120, 50. I don't even know how much. And that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly okay, you know. And basically the risk to reward ratio, as you see it, it's not like a 1:5 or whatever. So if you go for base hits and managing, I mean, risking small, then it's absolutely manageable. Absolutely manageable. So that's why I know everybody hates the trailing drawdown, but you know what? If you trade small, go for base hits, it's not going to hurt you, and that's why I don't care about it. So I don't care about the trailing. Philkos, the man. The pushkash of trading. Yeah. The free resets are impossible even when I think. Yeah, you know, the thing is, AD, is that there are lots of very fast people there at MyFunded TV. I guess, you know, the checkout page and the reset page is already opened up and being refreshed, so it will be fresh when the code comes out. The only thing they're doing, you know, even the mouse is already clicked into the coupon code field, and everybody is just waiting for the code to appear. As soon as they see the code, boom, they type it in, and boom. That's how they're doing it. Absolutely, Mr. Andy Wilkes. Boom, banana. Hey, you did that. Yeah, I don't know. These people are so fast. I just cannot imagine how they're doing it. Or maybe I don't know how they're doing it. Boom, banana. You think it sends higher? It might go. It's not impossible. I was actually hoping that first we were going to touch this demand zone down there, because that's the only thing. There's basically an Asia low down there at 430. So I thought that, you know, why not? But can it go higher? Absolutely. The only thing is, if it goes higher, well, I mean, I do have a 15-minute order block up there, which might not be my perfect go-to order block, but anyway. So that's actually not far. Look at that. It's at 631. Actually, it can go there. This would be level. So that's why I'm just risking small on this. Maybe we're slow. Maybe, Tron. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, could be happening. Could be happening. Nick Corbayan. Hey. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the channel. So, yeah, it could be. Obviously, this one could be a tricky area here. And could be squeezing higher. We have previous day high is basically our Asia high. So Asia high, Asia low, it's not too far. Do we have some news events this morning or in London session? ADP non-farm, okay. In London, 8:30 Swiss CPI. Not that it matters too much, I think. Construction PMI, retail sales, okay, we'll see. Mark, I'm gonna say Mark if it's okay for you. Mark, for you. Mark, good morning, good to see you. Anyway, excuse me. All right. Marco, actually. All right. All right. We have a few Marcos, so we're going to stick with Marco. Nice, nice, nice. Are we thinking of getting in at London Open, or are we going to just look for the demand zone no matter? Well, Nick, to be honest, I mean, yes, I know we have London Open not too far, actually 30. What's the time right now? Oh, sorry, yeah, 36 minutes. So I'm looking for the zone. That's my first priority right now. Obviously, I should not be married to the idea. If it takes me out, then obviously we could be looking for the bearish order block up there at the 630s. But you know what? If it takes me out, I'm just gonna wait, sit on my hand, and I'm just gonna see how it's going to behave if it breaks the Asia high. That's what I'm gonna do. So plan A is to go for the demand zone down there on the 1 minute. Plan B is wait for Asia high to be broken, and then we'll see if we go for that 630s or we're gonna see a reversal to go down again. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to force myself if I don't have to for this demand zone, but we'll see. One more, Marco. Yeah, Ron, good morning. I'm in a short position. Opened it up earlier before the stream. So this trade has been opened here at 1:23 a.m., which was 7:23 a.m. in my time. I saw this drop, like, oh my god, I want to get in, because I thought it's going to waterfall down to that demand zone. And since then, we're going a little bit sideways here. But I'm in a short position. $4.30 to go long, yeah. Richard the Beast, welcome. Hey. From the high looking short, yeah. Cubic, hey. You got the same entry. I'm not saying it's safe, but I don't see another game plan, at least. Like, there's no other level. I checked for levels, you know. That's what I do, and that's what everybody should be doing, in my opinion. Like, check for your levels, the levels that you like to go with. Like, those are your key levels. Like, those are those levels that your mindset, your brain, your thought process, your entry model is pretty much wired into. If it's a pivot point, cool. If it's the volume weighted average price, cool. I mean, indicator. If it's a moving average, whatever, it's your level, okay? And you have to develop that extra sixth sense and that feeling and the mindset and the entry model, the risk management, everything to use that level. So my key level is the order block, aka demand zone or supply zone, okay? And if I see the price displacing in the right direction, I'm just jumping in. That's how simple my system is. I'm not going to complicate it with extra layers or extra indicators or extra concepts or whatever. I tried that. I tried to use multiple layers of concepts and stuff to confirm the trade, and all I actually achieved is noise and lots of, you know, second guessing myself. I'm keeping it super simple, very simple. Simplify it as much as I can, and that's it. Looking for my level, looking for my displacement with the fair value gap, basically a classic ICT entry, and boom, that's it. That's what I'm trying. Nothing more. Pian Mendez, good morning. All is good for now. I have this short position. How do you identify demand and supply zone? Well, the way I do it, Maximus, is different, I think, than many others are doing. So I was also researching on YouTube, like how other YouTubers are identifying it, and the way I'm doing it is a little bit different. I'm mixing up the order block concept with supply and demand, but basically I realized that what ICT is saying is an order block is basically a supply and demand zone. But I'm also filtering, so I have a few criteria which I can show you in an example. Just a second, I'm going to show you an example. Hey MB, what's up? What was wrong yesterday on the chart? I don't know. Was it wrong? I'm going to upload a video, by the way, about, and again, this is not the official way to identify supply and demand zones, but I'm going to show you my way of how I am looking for these levels, okay? Let me give you an example. I'm trying to find you a, not saying textbook example, but at least something I can use as an example. All right. Hold on. This was okay. This was I'm trying to find a good example. Just give me a second here. That's not it. Let's use the Asia session. All right. Why is it so hard to find the proper order block when I want to show you an example? I mean, I'm already seeing a few, so it's not a big deal. There's one already up there. You know what? Let's go with this one. Actually, it might just gonna turn into a bullish move. All right, let's use this one. I'm gonna go to the micro with this. All right. Oh, it's not good. Ow. Could be good. Okay. So for example, for a bullish order block, aka demand zone, I need bearish candles, right? Hey, trading for keeps, what's up? Ultimate equity protector solution, take your trading to the next level. Is that a spam or something? All right, I think that's a robot spamming. So so bearish candles here, 1 2 3. Actually, the best situation, and let's just assume that this bearish candle is actually making a sweep here. But anyway, technically, these bearish candles needs to sweep some sort of a liquidity. First of all, there's a sweep there. There was a swing low, okay? They can also sweep a fair value gap. So if there is no wick here, there's a nice fair value gap right there, as you can see it. Oh my gosh, it's super bright. So there's a fair value gap. Now, if we assume that there is no wick here, you can already see that this candle would be sweeping liquidity from a fair value gap or sweeping liquidity from a swing low. Now, these have to be it can be one bearish candle, it can be multiple bearish candles. The thing is, the first bullish candle that prints after this, it's super important that the first bullish candle cannot trade lower than the last bearish candle. So even if it has a wick, it cannot go lower than the last bearish candle's low. That's very important. This bullish candle can absolutely not go lower, not with the body, not with the wick, than this bearish one, okay? So also, it's even better when the bullish candles are actually pushing it stronger. So not just a slow grind up there, but strong push. And also, there has to be a market structure shift right here. So without market structure shift, it's just not valid. So there is a market structure shift right there. If you have a bearish candle like here, before the market structure shift happens, it's not valid. A bearish candle before shifting the market, so if there would be a bearish candle here, whatever, and then it would be shifting, that's not valid. That's not picture perfect in my end. So, but because the push happened, the bullish push, without a bearish candle, and it shifted the structure, and even after that it was pushing higher, this one actually created a very beautiful demand zone right there. Beautiful demand zone. I'm going to give a different color to it. The area where I'm measuring the zone is from the body of the candle. So I don't care about the wick, I care about the body. But the low point of the zone is going to be the wick. The same goes for, by the way, a bearish situation. So the zone is starting from the body of the candle, and it ends at the lowest point, including the wick of the last bearish candle. So this will be the bullish order block, aka demand zone. These candles here, all the way to the down here. Now, how could you utilize this? It's very simple. Obviously, I'm using it for targets, and there was a liquidity sweep up there. Look at that beautiful liquidity sweep. It actually created the Asia high. And what happened after that? Price went lower and lower and lower. And look at that. There was a market structure shift here, bearish. Beautiful market structure shift. And look at that, what happened right there. A fair value gap. Who would have thought so? A fair value gap on that 1 minute candle. Now, what you can do here, this would be the perfect textbook entry, especially in Asia session, how to utilize the zone as a target, and here's your entry. You enter here on a pullback, or even if you a little bit late and you just enter somewhere there, your target is going to be a few ticks before the body of the candle, I mean the zone, and your stop can be like somewhere up there. I don't know, it's up to you where you put your stop. This is a 1.8 risk to reward ratio trade, and this is how I'm reverse engineering the zones. And the same goes for the opposite side. Unfortunately, right now the price is going back, so it's not good for my trade. But this was a this was a fairly good example of how you can use these zones as possible targets. Now the same went here. If you look at it here, yesterday at the market open, Asia session market open, Tokyo, Sydney, look at the first candle. I know it's a bullish pin bar, I know, but it's a bearish candle. Let me get this off. It's a bearish candle, right? Opened up here, closed here, swept liquidity here. There was the liquidity sweep. After the sweep, it shifted structure here. It shifted structure here, and multiple times. Not this one, sorry. Multiple market structure shift, even here. Look at that. The more structure shifts, it's better. So very strong push after this rejection here, which was actually a bearish candle still. Look at the strong push all the way up there, and this strong push actually led to the Asia high right there. It all started here. So if we go back to the present, we can see that, okay, the market went up there and then went sideways. There was a drop here, and this is when I thought before the stream, and I might be wrong on this one, that oh my gosh, this is gonna go for the zone. And so I entered after two inversions. The entry model is different, obviously. With the market order, I was a little bit premature, but I just wanted to, you know, I wanted to be in the move. Right now, unfortunately for me, it seems like it's pushing higher, but the goal is the same. I want to return into this demand zone. Now, the market makers must be watching the stream, because right now they are pushing my trade back, which is perfectly fine. If it takes me out, that my stop loss is absolutely up here, so if it takes me out, there's a very high possibility that we're just going to take out the Asia high, and then we'll see what happens. So I'm perfectly okay with the drawdown. The risk to reward ratio, as you see it, it's not the best. Maybe it's like 1.2, 1.1. I don't really care. It's a small position. Okay, so I'm okay with the drawdown. I'm okay if it's gonna hover here, as long as it's deciding to drop down at the end into the zone. I'm okay with that. All right, so actually this is the thought process behind this move. This is how I'm thinking. This is how I'm trying to utilize these zones. I'm kind of like, so many traders are using the zones or the order blocks as entries, which is fine. It's perfect. It's working. It's awesome. I might even do that because I'm already working on a concept to do it. I'm reverse engineering it. I'm using it for targets, basically. You're welcome, Maximus. Absolutely, Mr. Andy. YM, what's up? Hey, good to see you, man. Have you made a video? I already made a video, but guess what? It's 60 minutes long. 60 minutes, because right now I explained it in a few minutes, but trust me, I can go into lots of details how you can be selective, which one is the higher probability, which one is the lower probability, how can you enter, what are those entries that works the best for these targets. There are so many things. I made a 60-minute video. I have to, you know, cut the fluff and narrow it down to at least like 30 minutes or 35 minutes. So I already have a video. I'm going to upload it actually soon. Basically, it's ready. I had some really good examples in that video, so I'm going to put it out there. to the channel, because I think there is definitely something into this. This was one of my biggest, how should I put this? One of my biggest explorations through my trading journey, like how these zones are actually being important for the market. The market likes to return, and this is the most important. These zones or levels or order blocks for the market, these levels are quite important. Sooner or later in a given time frame or time period, the market likes to revisit these zones. Maybe because it wants to sweep orders, or maybe the market wants to break these zones completely. But as long as they are there, and the more perfect these zones are, the higher chance and probability that the market is going to revisit these levels. And that's why I like it. This is not an ICT concept. This is the TOMSABO concept, basically. And maybe I should be doing the copyright on this one. This is the TOMSABO concept. How the demand and the supply zones, or these kind of order blocks, are getting revisited by the market sooner or later. Alex, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Can you tell me, fix the TP giveaway? I have no answer from Take Profit Trader yesterday. I sent them an email and still no answer yet. And I just don't know why. Actually, I'm going to check it now. No answer. Oops. Sorry. No answer yet from Take Profit Trader. I have Trade Day email. Trade Day. No, nothing from Take Profit Trader. Nothing. I checked it, but I hope that they can fix it. Evanomits, because the credits are there. I can actually prove you guys before you say like, okay, it's just not non-existent. Yesterday somebody told me, are you sure those credits are there? I can actually prove you. So they just told me that I might not be able to transfer them. So here are the credits. Look at that. 150 test account, 3 credits. So this is the proof. This is my credit bank. 350 test accounts ready for giveaway. And this is what I want to give away. We gave away 2. I still left with 3 to give away. And somehow they told me it's not available. I don't know. I have so many points. I could actually buy a 50k test account. Maybe I should. Am I full port this? Don't full port anything. Evanomist, don't do it. Green, what's up? Maximus, I'm gonna do this as a giveaway. You know. I will do. We could do a raffle right now, but I don't know if Take Profit Traders is able to transfer it in 24 hours or 48. I don't know, because I don't have an answer from them yet. I'll try to do it as soon as I have the reply from Take Profit Trader. KK Trade, what's up? How do you earn points with withdrawals? The more withdrawals you take, you earn points. Yeah, don't full port. You got double charged? What? Green, you have to... Support is going to help you out with that, Green. You're in shorts? Yeah, I'm in short too. Yeah, I have this trade on. Max Hans. When you win test account in Tipper, you must pay. Yes. So the test account is like this. It expires after 60 days. Okay. And because it's a free account, you have to pay activation fee, which is $130. So if you pass the account, you have to pay $130 if you pass the test, because it's a free account. I don't know why this policy is like this. Actually, I also have activation credit somewhere. I'm not sure if I can transfer activation credit. I think I have activation credit somewhere. Credit bank. Your credits. No, it's not here. Oh, I could buy a 50k test account. I have actually, I could buy a 75k test account. How many points do I have? Almost, I can almost buy a 100k test account. Nice. I might gonna do something about that. We'll see. When did I enter? Before the stream, 1:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this drop. Actually, I wanted to enter, that's why I outlined it here. There was 2 inversion gaps here. I wanted to enter at the close of this candle at 122, but I had to start Quant Hour and I was a little bit late, so I entered on a market order at 481 at 1:23 a.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah, basically, if you can pass the account, the free account, you're gonna get a straight, basically like a funded account for $130 and the 150k funded account for $130. Let's try this out. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Kwang. Yeah, that's I mean, that's still a good deal in my opinion. If you pass the account, that's still a fair deal. Okay, gold. I haven't really talked about gold this morning, but it's only because I don't really see anything special on gold. Now, if you look here, you might as well say that, hey, there might be a possible order block here on gold, which could be happening, by the way. I don't know. 13. A little bit tempted to jump into a gold trade. A little bit, but the problem is, well, I'm not sure. I'm always trying to be careful with gold nowadays. You know what? I entered the gold trade. But only on an evaluation account. Before anyone starts to speculate, I entered on an evaluation account on gold. So I do have a gold long position. And we'll see how the NQ goes. That would be the priority right now, to see if it drops down. We still have 12 minutes. Did you pass and smash 20 Apex accounts? Not 20, but I got 3. I don't need 20, but I have extra 3 Apex accounts. Zabi, Rich Reference, the one that you're saying test. What? Test free avoiding? I don't understand. That you're saying test free avoiding. I was talking about Take Profit Trader, but yeah, right now there's no activation fee at Take Profit Trader. Reza, hey, the man. How you doing, Reza? Good to see you. Hope trading is good. Hope all is great. You're long on gold. Target 608. Yeah, I'm targeting 12.8. We'll see. But. No, this is like a sort of a lime green candle, and Navajo white is the color. The sabotage. Hey, Pigeon, good to see you. Yeah, gold dropped. Do you think it's gonna continue? It might, you know. We're at all-time high, so Rezo is printing. He is printing the money. Hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, so the problem right now is my trade is back to break even technically on NQ. So I guess we have to wait for London Open. There's one thing that bothers me in this drop, and it's basically that we are having a order block down. Look at that. These two bullish candles, and this is an example again. Look at these two bullish candles on the 1 minute. Pushing for liquidity. Sweeping liquidity. Well, maybe not from there, but then shifting the structure all the way down here. I'm gonna outline it for later. Hopefully it will drop down first. And maybe we can use it for later. I don't know. It's kind of a dangerous area. So order blocks, supply and demand zones are appearing multiple times, and that's why I made this video. So there are differences, like which one is going to be a higher probability order block or supply demand zone, which one is going to be a lower probability, which one is having a stronger context in terms of the market movement. For example, that one is just a quote-unquote regular order block, but this one down here, it's also created the Asia low. And that's just one small detail that it makes this order block down here, or this demand zone, a little bit more significant than the other one up there. I'm not saying it cannot go up there, but, and that's just one more detail to the equation. What's an order block? Oh, there's so many ways to explain what's an order block. I'm gonna go right into it. Which prop and deal, in your honest opinion, do you think is the best in this comparison game? Also, like to hear your thoughts on Top Step with offering free resets, rebuild. Yeah, so right, the best deals right now are definitely, I think, money wise and you know, everything being accounted in is with Take Profit Trader and MyFundedFutures, and Funded Futures Network also very good. TRADEIFY, my gosh, there's so many good deals, because the difference between these prop firms sometimes is just like $10 or $8 or whatever. You got to look at the big picture. The payout policy is what's also very important. The payout policy is very important in my opinion. Daily payouts like with Take Profit Trader and TRADEDAY are super awesome. MyFundedFutures also great, but the payout policy with Take Profit Trader and, you know, the no activation right now, at least they're still doing it, the no activation promo, absolutely putting them in the top 3. I have a very pleasant and positive experience with Funded Futures Network. No activation fee, the price was good. You know, I'm still thinking that they're gonna do some BOGO sales soon, hopefully. Instant funded accounts with TRADEIFY and FundingTicks are with a good price. Man, it's so hard to say, Kwang, which deal is the best. Currently, I think MyFundedFutures and Take Profit Trader are absolutely nailing it on the top. MyFundedFutures is super pro with the support and the professionalism, with the backend that they're providing you with everything for the price that they are asking for, or asking, is just a very good deal. And about the resets at Top Step, it's just going to raise more competition Yesterday, the CEO of MyFundedFutures, Matthew, was posting a bit of a teaser as a response to Top Step if somebody missed it. I think that this, I have no confirmation, no information. This is just my personal speculation, nothing more. I think Matthew is going to come out with some sort of a reset on funded accounts at MyFundedFutures. Obviously, he wants to compete with Top Step. That's the goal. So I wouldn't be surprised if MyFundedFutures would come up with a plan to reset the funded accounts. Just a second, I have a quick phone call. So I think that's what they want to do. They want to compete with Top Step with the funded resets. So order block is basically an area where orders are stacked up, and that area is going to push the market into a certain direction with a strong movement. But I'm going to go into details more. I'm sorry, 1 hour, just a second. I have to read the chat real quick. I'm short, yes. I'm actually copy trading this position on I have a gold position, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts are short on this trade. But only with small positions, like these are micros. I am heavy on a funded futures network account with 5 micros. The other ones are 2 and 3 micros. I want to see it go down to the order block. If you think it will drop 100%, it will go up. Yeah, yeah, exactly. 3 times 150k lucid straight funded. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah. Congratulations for the accounts and good luck with it, Reza. That's awesome. Gonna give us reset button. Yeah, it seems like it. Lex Luthor. I have to read the chat real quick and then we're gonna go into order blocks. If they do it under $200, yeah, I saw that tweet, Pigeon. If they're gonna do it under $200, that's going to kick Top Step in the nuts. I'm sorry to say it like this, but Top Step is now giving it for $500. If my funded future is gonna do it under $200, Top Step is, I think Michael Patek is just going to scream if they're doing it. My funded futures had reset for starter accounts. Yeah, so I think they just want to see it. I think maybe they were you know, getting lots of requests to bring that back, right? So, you know. Yeah, by the way, that's one more thing with take profit traders. So the more withdrawals you take and the more, so there's a reward system already taking place at take profit trader, which I really like. All I can tell you is there is something positive is in the works at MyFundedFutures. But that's it. That's all I can tell you. There's going to be something green. So MyFundedFutures is really putting up to high standards, and I think MyFundedFutures wants to be the best, which is, I think it's a fair goal in the industry leading. So yeah. Yeah, funded day trader, that's also true. So they know that after someone is paying that amount of money for an XFA reset, that's going to put an extra pressure on that trader. Imagine you're going to be feeling an extra pressure that you put in money, $500 for that reset, right? So the pressure is going to be absolutely escalating higher. They see the numbers that those traders are going to blow up those $500 reset accounts. So obviously that number came out because of the recipe that they are seeing. They know the numbers, and that's why they came out with that. They exactly know that even if they would reset the account, those people would still be blowing up those funded accounts. So that's kind of a good money for the prop firm, right? Oh yeah. I was reading that. Sorry. Sorry, Alex. Yes, the discount for the activation fee continues. Yes, but only until today or something, or until tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, here's the London Open. Yes, sorry. Here's the London Open. Let's see how it goes. Well, funded. Look at that. It's not over until it's not over. London can absolutely mess things up. So the optic looks good when it's down here, but look at what's happening right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Gold trade is still there. What a push here. Yeah, I thought it's gonna waterfall down, but it seems like it's not happening. There's also an order block up there, and that's what I was afraid of. Kind of messed up. This is kind of messed up. Yeah, this was an annoying London Open here. I think we had some numbers, maybe. I'm not sure. We had Swiss unemployment rate. Swiss unemployment rate, which was as expected. CPI number, we already knew that. Okay. Construction PMI, okay. Nothing special. So, interesting. Yeah, so far I'm gonna hold it. You know, the risk is very small, so even if I lose it, I'm okay. I wanted to see if the analysis would be correct on this one, but you know, we'll see. The Swiss actually work. Who would have thought so, right? Yeah, they are. They are working. Working people. Malo, along with 3 accounts, let's go. Yeah, there's an order block up there too, so it can definitely go higher. As I said, my risk is relatively small. I'm okay with this, and you know. Hey, not fun. Sorry. Natasha, I'm sorry. It's you, Natasha, right? I know. We're just joking, How you doing, Natasha? Hope you're feeling better and better. Now in red. Yeah. Nice. It's good to hear that you're better. Inflation over a year is crazy. Better than you. Yeah. I was having this crazy headache and I was like, ugh. The market makers, I told you. Always the market makers. Don't be my liquidity. This was actually close, but wasn't close enough. $50% off. Well, the 50% off with MyFundedFutures is a welcome bonus for brand new customers. That's the range basically. So if you're brand new and if you're registering as a brand new customer with a new account, your first purchase is going to have a 50% off, but it might be only for the core account and or the scale accounts. I'm not sure about the pro, but there's a welcome bonus for, just like Top Step has a welcome bonus. MyFundedFutures also has a first time only one purchase welcome bonus for brand new customers. I think that's still on. I do need to check it because last time I asked, they said it's still on. Long all the way to 600 at least. Let's go. Now this is going to be an interesting scenario for sure. Yeah, that would be good. I mean, MyFundedFutures could do a 50% for existing customers. Oh, it finished for the scale account. Oh man, I have to check it. I have to check it. It might have. Okay, gold trade is somewhat looking okay. Let me check. I don't like this situation here with NQ. I don't like it at all. Oh, it's ended. Man. So what's the current promo? I have to update Streamlabs, I'm sorry. I thought that it's still on. Sorry, can you explain which accounts have from day one withdrawal without evaluation or activation? From day one, without evaluation or activation. Well, there's always an evaluation account phase, you know, with both MyFundedFutures and Take Profit Trader. The from day one it's basically Take Profit Trader, so it's technically valid because at Take Profit Trader, if you got the funded account, which is a sim funded account, you start with 50k. For example, on a 50k account, you start with 50k. The threshold is $2,000 and there's no consistency rule. So if you're able to make, for example, $3,000 on your first day on your simulated funded account, you can request a payout from the first day. But obviously you can withdraw anything above the safety net, or you can close your account and you get 50% of your safety net as well. So technically it's true. You can withdraw from day one at Take Profit Trader, but only if you're able to make like that much profit on your simulated funded account that you reach the safety net or higher, right? On the pro account, there's a 14-day payout period, so it's not from day one, basically, at MyFundedFutures. That's it. I think the same goes for, actually, no, the same is not going for trade day. There's a consistency rule there, but no consistency at Take Profit Trader, so technically from day one. So Take Profit Trader, yeah. What? They also stopped it? Come on, Mirovsky. They also stopped with the trade day. Last time was saying they'll steer at 40. They might have changed it. I'm sorry, they might have changed it after Labor Day. I gotta check it. Sorry, Mirovsky, just a second. Oh yeah, trade day went back to 30%. I have to, okay. I have to change that too. They are changing it almost every week, and I really need to keep an update with that. I apologize. It's my mistake leaving the Streamlabs there. I have to check all these prop firms now, because it seems like after Labor Day, everyone is changing it back. Current promo with MyFundedFutures. Active promo, yeah. I gotta check it. Oh man, yeah. Trade day is back to 30%. Apex, okay, back. TRADEIFY, I think TRADEIFY is also back. Let me check it. TRADEIFY, yeah, back to 30%. Everything is back. 40% is back to 30. Okay, what else? Take Profit Trader is still at 40%, by the way. That's still at 40%. Bulenox is 45. Funded Futures Network is also down to... Everybody is down. The sales are over. Funded Futures Network is back to 50% on evaluation resets at Funded Futures Network. %. Okay, so it's not 50 anymore. Everything is went down. 35%. I have to correct this. 35%. All right, so lots of sales are gone. Yeah, trade day is 30%, but no activation fee. So on Pro and Pro Plus are from day one. Yeah, so basically you only go to Pro Plus once you withdraw $10,000, so you only go to Pro. But from day one, technically from day one on Pro, if you can make enough profit, yes. Hey Adele, I got full along at the open where you have your sell entry. I'm expecting higher. My sell entry is 481. I entered on this drop earlier before the stream, but it seems like it's just going to take me out. My gold trade is still suffering there. Yeah, it could go higher. Yeah, it could go. But no problem with that. At least I know that my analysis was not correct. I'm short. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, TRADEIFY, I just corrected it. It's back to 30%. And you know, yeah, so I should have done it yesterday or before, after Labor Day holiday. It's everything is back to normal. Not 40, yes. Yeah, I corrected it on Streamlabs. Trade Day is 30%. TRADEIFY is 30%. Everything. So the sales are over right now. Take Profit Trader still has the 40% no activation fee. That's kind of good. I don't know about FundingTicks. I have to check it. FundingTicks. FundingTicks. I have to find the current promo with FundingTicks. I don't know how much is it right now. yeah, Thanos, that's what they should do. That's what they should do. That is what they should do. Unfortunately, this trade is not looking good. I have a weird feeling that we're just gonna go up to 98 to mitigate that zone. So I might even close this. Yeah. I'm still in, but I think I'm gonna close it. Yeah, I'm closing it. Closed everything. I'm out. It seems like it's going to bust through this level. Small risk, small loss. So I closed it. It's just going for that what's that level, 99 or something. So it's better to be out with a small loss. So I'm out. Yeah. I'm out. Let's see, what else do we have? It was a relatively small trade. Pips and Dips, welcome to the channel. Hey, how's it going? What's happening? Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it seems like it wants to go and mitigate that level up there. Actually, just a second. Yeah, I think it wants to go for it. Yeah. Up to, where does it start? So this is what I was talking about. This level here starts at 99. 499. That's the only possible scenario where this one might want to go. So yeah, it is what it is. But what can we do? I was a little bit heavy on a Funded Futures network account. But which one was it? I think it was 60, not 64. Yeah, it was 64. Anyway, should be getting it. Still biased toward the overnight low. Yeah, it could be. As I said, we have a supply zone here. It might want to pick up some orders, maybe even breaking that high. Gotta be careful. Gold. I'm still in gold. Oh, actually, I closed it accidentally. Oh, I closed it accidentally. The gold trade. I'm reopening it. Sorry. My mistake. My mistake. But yeah. We'll see if gold goes higher. Yeah, this was a tricky one. This was absolutely a tricky one because, you know, it seemed like it wants to mitigate that supply zone up there. It's just not going for it. So what can we do, right? Anyway, if this one is inverting this gap and goes higher, for example, breaking that 480, there could still be a chance that it can go lower. It repriced the whole section here. I might have made a mistake by closing it, but just don't like the area. I might gonna have to battle with the FOMO. Yeah, micro is nothing crazy. You can absolutely go with the micro. I'm thinking to re-enter on a different account, maybe. We'll see. Still could be a good one, but I might gonna do it on a different account. Look at this drop now. Wow. Going back to 41. Is it possible? Could be. All right. And look at gold. No, actually, I'm closing the gold trade. I'm not interested. This situation with NQ kind of took away my my thunder here. But yeah, interesting how it actually turned lower. I closed it up here and now it's going back down. So that's kind of, this is one of the situations where I need to remind myself to don't mess around with the trade, you know. It made a structure shift on the 1 minute here. The idea was good. I like the idea. If it's going down, you consider that supply zone if it even hits. If it's going down, would you consider that supply zone hit even if... no, it did not hit. If it's going down, I wouldn't say it's been hit. No. It has not been hit. Maybe for later. Right now, this is tricky. It has definitely been not hit. That's why it's interesting. I mean, the London Open made a nice push there. Yeah, could be, Reza. Yeah. Could be. Look for long. Currently, I'm just gonna wait, and maybe I re-enter again if it would be shifting a little bit lower. I might re-enter. We'll see. I'm kind of feeling that, yeah, it might not be the best win, but I still kind of, at least for the moral victory, to see if the zone is gonna get taken out down there. I do like the Asia low, to be honest. I just wanted to minimize the loss on that trade. But if I go in, it might be a little bit heavier. Because then the move should be going into that area. Looks like a retest to me now. Yeah, could be. Could be. I got your TPT accounts on Friday. Hey! Let's go, Chaz. Second new pro accounts. Oh my gosh, you are doing it. Let's go. What time was London Open? 3 a.m. Eastern Standard. All right, I jumped in again. Let's see. Obviously, I'm not giving more chances to this. It is what it is. I don't like this. I don't know why this happened. It was a dirty play from London Open. But anyway, I'm out from the gold trade. I just cannot concentrate on these two markets at the same time. I'm going to keep my focus on NQ. This was a dirty trick here. So I re-entered the short. And we'll see. At least my entry is better, a little bit better, not too much actually, than it was before. Maybe. Keep an eye on 74. If failed, then close below 71, keep cover. Yeah, this would be an interesting level, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll be watching that. Back to point of control, and I just don't know if I like it or not. I think Thanos has the truth there. Better to sit on the sidelines. Well, to be honest, if I analyze it, I made a mistake. I made a stupid mistake by closing my trade because it was obviously a very small risk. And I just closed it to minimize the loss. And my stop was way up there at 511. I could have been in the same trade now, still, just holding it. You know, so I just broke my own rule. I broke my own rule by exiting and now re-entering, so that was a stupid thing to do. That was a rookie mistake, if I say that. Fear, exactly. But if I originate the whole situation to the original concept that my goal was the 1 minute demand zone, I'm still on track, but I made a rookie mistake here. So yes, exactly, Adil. Exactly. So I'm still sticking with my original analysis. Everything is still at the same plan. I just made a stupid little whatever it's called in that area. I should not have messed around with the trade. That cost me a bit of a loss, not too much, just a bit. And obviously, if the idea would be good as it was, as it intended to be originally, then I can make it back with a profit. But obviously, I just sacrificed a bit of a profit here by closing and reopening the trade. Yeah, gold is chop fast right now. I don't know. 30 minutes until pre-market open. It will tell us the story, hopefully. We're still around midnight level, so anything is possible. And you made a troll soup. 6 points on the gold drop. Nice. Anyway, I'm just gonna wait and see how this goes. Pretty much just not moving anywhere. Not moving anywhere. Which is kind of crazy. It should be moving somewhere. Yeah, it's very warm. Yeah, yesterday it was 30 something degrees Celsius. And, you know, the problem is it's, you know, it's like not that refreshing warm or whatever. It's just, you know, I think that's why I had the headache yesterday. Rejection. Let's see. Hey, Trader King. What's up? Good morning. High liquidity upside in bookmap. Yeah, ES can go as well. Well, it feels like we're stuck in the middle here. I feel like it could be accumulation to go once more above the 500s here. So not a good place. Yeah, not a good place. Yeah. Okay, it's over. I closed it. I don't care. I'm out. I'm flat. I'm not going to chase it. I realized some losses. I'm going to sit on the sidelines. No trades. No joy. What a bummer. I really wanted this to work out properly. It just didn't. Feels like it wants to go back up to that, what was that, 98 level. Anyway, I'm out from the position. I don't care, it's over. So, but it feels a little bit bad. Yeah. It definitely feels bad. Well, what can we do, right? I think it also wants to, like, where does it start? The opening of that order block is 99. Yeah, it just wants to mitigate that level. Look at that. Crazy. What a bummer. Absolutely a bummer. All right, what else do we have? I am down. Actually, how much? $238 each. Let me check it. No, sorry. $48 on one account. I don't know how this is possible, but $89 on the other account. So 48, 89, and somehow the Bulenox account is down 238. How is that possible? Something with the copy trader, I guess. Anyway, it didn't go through as the way I planned it, so this is a loss. Anyway, it's expanding. Currently, I have 10 live accounts, or live simulated funded accounts. Hey, trades by Slade. Well, this wasn't the good one right now. Slade, good to see you. I messed up the move here as it got higher, so there was a supply zone here, took me out completely. I messed up the thinking process. To be honest, if I would still be in the first trade, my stop loss was at 511. I would still be in the same trade. Just saying. I would still be at the same trade. How you doing, Slade? Congratulations on the payouts. I saw the video. Nice one. Yeah, I think he did. I think he did. There's also a possibility to break this lower. I don't know if it could. You know, because this has been destroyed. Let me just look to the left here. I'd still love to see it go down. Inverting this gap, you know, sweeping the liquidity here, wouldn't be a bad idea at all. Going down into 41. Even that, yeah, why not? $5.14. All right, on a different account, I jumped in to another short I'm stopped. I don't abuse these other accounts. The trigger was the liquidity sweep and the first fair value gap here. As fair value, oh, come on, inversion gap, not first fair value gap. The inversion gap. And since there is no targets up there, I still want to see this go down to like 41.50. So on a different account, I entered the trade just to see if I can get a moral victory on this. So here it is. Yeah, I mean, today, Slade, is definitely not my day for reading the price. Yeah, this price action was a bit of a tricky one, but since there's nothing else up there, I'd like to see this go down to that zone finally. Finally. I never trade NFP, and I don't really care about the NFP week. Yeah, so there's a saying, Sudip, about this. Like, I was reading it somewhere. It was so funny. I retweeted it. It was a few weeks ago. So ICT is saying, no troll, it's real. ICT is saying no trade on Monday because it's Monday. You know, we're never trade on Monday. We're not trading on Tuesday because we have to wait Tuesday to set up the weekly high or the weekly low. So we have to wait until the highs and the lows are set in on Tuesday. So no trade on Tuesday. Wednesday, we don't trade because there's a manipulation phase on Wednesday or whatever. So we don't trade there. On Thursday, we don't trade because we have to wait for those highs to be taken out first. And on Friday, we don't trade because it's Friday, basically. So what I'm trying to say here is that ICT has excuse not to trade for every single day of the week. So we don't trade because it's Wednesday and we have to wait for the market makers to make their move. We don't trade on Thursday because the stars alignment, you know, and the galaxy right now always resetting on Thursday. But on Friday, we don't trade because it's Friday and the cycle starts again, you know. That's what he usually says. No troll. I'm actually this is the real thing. He always has an excuse for not to trade on a particular day. This is real. I heard him talking about this, you know. So you basically never trade. So out of 365 days, there's maybe 1 or 2 days, if you're lucky, that you can trade. Maybe like 2 days from the year. The other days are not good because of manipulations, the stars, the UFOs, market makers, the Robbins Cup, the trolls, the fake gurus, because it's Monday, because it's Friday, because the end of the world, or some other thing is happening. So there's always a reason why not to trade on a particular day, you know. So I basically don't care about NFP anymore. Yeah, Edel, the problem is now I'm pretty much attached to the idea on the sell. Yeah, 2 losses, exactly. It's not good. Usually I take about 2 to 3 trades in a session. That's it. Maximum, but I try to reduce it to 1. That's the goal. Like yesterday, it worked with 1 trade. Kwang, it's difficult to scalp this one. We can trade in PA Apex account today. Yes, you can. With Apex, you can trade the news. It's only saying as long as you're applying proper risk management. So don't go over the contract limits and, you know, use a proper stop loss, whatever. That's it. Yeah, I said it. I switched to a different account. I have to blow off some steam here. Works for crypto, yeah. I think we'll be amazed when he's back. Yeah, I think he's gonna show some new concepts. I think some fantasy names. I'm expecting some new fantasy concepts are coming back, or you know. Last time he did this Venom trade, I think he was watching the Venom movie too much or something like that. Next time we might see some Star Wars references, or I don't know, Matrix references, like the Oracle concept, or you know, it could be like the Cypher concept. You know, the Judas swing could be the Cypher swing, because you know, it sounds much better. Or you know, we can see some other movie references, who knows, some new concept, which is an old concept, but yeah, basically Thanos, yeah, I'm still waiting for that break. Yeah, it's very hard. I know, Alex, it's always hard to control emotions. Ah, he said that. Okay, maybe he trades on your birthday, who knows. I was just joking. So obviously, I was just trolling. I respect him for the lectures, though. So I learned a lot from his lectures. I'm not following of what he's doing nowadays, but I learned a lot from his lectures. So I'm very grateful for all his videos and everything. Herein, hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us. God, are you Hungarian? I'm not doing mentoring because I think if somebody is doing mentoring, I think that's just too much responsibility. And there is absolutely zero guarantee that even if I would do mentoring, or anyone does mentoring, it will be working for you. The main thing is just too much responsibility. So if I try to mentor anyone and that person would be not successful in trading after I did the mentoring, that person would be blaming me. And I would be the one who has to take the blame because I taught him or her some things that could be. I mean, I can give you, I'm not saying I can always be here and be for everyone to teach some entries and stuff and the way I see it. But I wouldn't call it mentoring. And I'm not asking money for anything about this. So if somebody's asking $1,000 or $2,000 or $4,000 for mentoring, that's a bit of a you know. But you know, just different names. Exactly, coach. Exactly, Coach Couch. Basically everything is the same, just different names. Yeah, rebranding. It's all marketing, by the way. It's all marketing. You lose. If bias is right, you may also. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, ICT has 100 PD arrays. So one PD array. Imagine if you have so many levels on your chart. It's very easy, by the way. And again, I don't want to troll ICT because I'm respecting him as a teacher. But when he comes down to trading, he has like 50 levels on his chart. 50 levels. Imagine like you have like, no, not 50, but like 5 levels on your chart on the upside and 5 levels on the downside. Once one of your levels get hit, you can tweet on Twitter and YouTube everywhere that, hey guys, I told you that we're going to hit that level. I was right yesterday. I was right last week too, because this level that I outlined on my chart got hit. This other level, the other 5 or 10 did not hit because, you know, that's why blah blah blah, but this other level got hit. So I was right. I called it out. So I was right, everybody. Nobody knows anything. I was right because I called that level out. Basically, that's the key factor if you want to build a cult. You put like 20 levels on your chart. One level is always going to get hit, and you can say that I told you so. I told you guys. I told you it's going to get hit. I was completely right about that. And that's how easy it is to basically build up a following. as a cold. Again, I have to stop, man, because it seems like I just want to troll ICT, which is anyway. I'm sorry, I mean, I'm sorry, I take it, I tone it down. I learned a lot. I apologize, I take it back. I just seen this happening not just with ICT, but others too. I apologize. So, Amelia, I apologize. I take it back. I shouldn't be saying it like this. It was just a little bit funny, you know. Obviously, when you have 20 levels on your chart, it's easy to say I told you, and basically that's what he did. But as I said, I do respect him from the lectures, and yeah. Sure, absolutely, God. Hey, best DJ in town, what's up? If your core account, how do we scale from 1 minute to 2 minutes? Do we need to ask cost? No, it's happening automatically. The account is going to let you to put on more contracts. It's programmed like automatically. It should be happening the same way with Funded Futures Network. They should be doing this automatically, I think. So, hey, Slim Tradey. It was good to see you. Have a good one. So again, let me just say this, because I know many people still following ICT closely. I apologize. I did not meant to, you know, to hurt anybody's feeling about this. I was just saying that it's not just for ICT. Many internet or trading influencers doing some sort of the same technique, which is fine, building up a good following. The only thing that actually kind of, you know, gets me into a negative mood is when, and it's not just ICT, like when somebody is like having lots of levels being called out. So I can call out like 20 levels here, really. And one of those levels gets hit, and that person, I'm not going to say names, it's not ICT, that person is posting out in social media everywhere that, hey, I knew it, I told you yesterday, I told you last week, I told you this morning that level is going to get hit. And you know, I keep seeing this all the time in social media. And again, I'm not going to say names, but I told you, but he or she doesn't say that in that chart there was like 20 levels and one level gets hit, and the post comes out like, I told you that that level is going to get taken. That is something that actually pisses me off. Like, that is just, anyway, selling a false narrative, I think. Amelia, I apologize again. I shouldn't have said it the way like this, because I will never forget when I was not even nearly at the point where I could reach a payout, and when I finally could understand how the market works and the market structure, that was only because how ICT explained it. Like, yes, I was listening to those 4-hour videos and Twitter spaces, and yes, from that 4-hour, 3-hour was about him. But I think, as he said it as well, somewhat we needed to hear his experience. And yes, there was the gems already in those Twitter spaces. Anyway, I guess I'm just pissed off a little bit because the market trolled me this morning. So I apologize again. The market trolled me with this movement here, and I'm just a little bit pissed off. And I wanted to take my rage on ICT, but no. So with funded futures, at least before you would need to ask, customer support your threshold. I see. Okay. Pass to MyFundedFutures core and one FundingTicks. Nice. There's a P, they are also on every Fibonacci level, so pick your poison. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. In lines a lot. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Those, I mean, the inversion gaps, draw on liquidity concepts, the market structure, everything, those are good. Hey, come on. Yeah, TS, you said that. You called it. Yeah. Shenanigan 3 hours for about him. Well, yeah, it was, but don't worry. Okay, Eval, good to see you. Yeah, market is boring. I was really much sold on the idea that, you know, this will be a really nice drop down to that demand zone, but it didn't happen. So in 5 minutes, we'll have the pre-market open. We'll see. Exactly. Exactly, Dilzinga. Exactly. Dilzinga, sorry. We'll see. We are cool. All right, Amelia. I like you too. These were just some ICT jokes. Which prop firm is giving the cheapest and best value? 50k. The cheapest right now, it's hard to say. I would say the core account at MyFundedFutures with no activation is the cheapest. TRADEIFY also has the growth account, I think. It's fairly cheap. Or FUNDINGTICKS. I don't know the numbers exactly right now because lots of sales has ended. Not a trailing one, end of day. Okay, so if you want to go with end of day, then core account, MyFundedFutures, Pip Drunk. It's still a fairly good price, and I think FundingTicks also has some good price. I'm not sure. Yeah, core plan, exactly like Amelia is saying. Core plan is with a fairly good price. No activation, and that's good. That is somewhat a good price, so. Anyway, 3 more minutes, or less than 3 minutes to go. Why did the ICT trader break up with his girlfriend? She kept leaving him. Oh my god, come on. You have to stop with this. Yo, shit. The sales will come back. Yeah. For NFP gamblers, yes, Amelia, I think it will come back. It will. Well, you know, we'll see. At least some reset sales or whatever. It prevents you from your low trades. Yeah, the scale plan definitely prevents you. It's going to be bearish today. We'll see. Okay, look at that. Should have stick with the gold trade at least. There's a nice order block up there at 613, so might just go. I believe I had that gold trade on, I just don't know which account was it on. No, not this one. 12.9. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. For me, why don't ICTers ever get lost? Because every road has a fact. Oh my god. Oh, that's good. All right, here's the pre-market open. Let's see what happens. That was good. All right, let's see. Okay. NQ so far still at the same spot. Gold slightly going higher. I entered the short again on NQ. Very small, different account. And this is going to be my final trade for today. I'm pretty much attached to the situation. One interesting scenario I have to say here. One interesting theory. My original stop loss from the first trade I took was here at 511. That was my original stop loss from the trade that I took down here as a short. Technically speaking, if I don't mess around with my thought process, I would be still in the trade. I would be still in the same trade, you know, not being pissed off, you know, second guessing myself. And even if I would lost this trade, I would actually know that, okay, I was wrong. I was wrong and we can move on with our lives. Instead, I entered the long. I'm sorry, entered the long, closed it, re-entered again. Anyway, so it's not the market's fault, it was me, but now I re-entered again. So I'm short, small risk, here it is. And I even put my stop loss higher than my original stop was. So, but because my entry is better. Before then, my entry was down here, so 10 points lower. So I thought I put my stop loss a little bit higher just to make sure. And we'll see. If it goes higher, then I'm reading the market absolutely bad this morning. I re-entered the gold trade as well on that previous account. So here it is. It's not a big deal. Looking for the order block on gold. 13.5. And that is it so far. Come on, where is that? Okay, here's the trade. So the gold trade is looking good. Following the original idea. I was only down 89 bucks on this one, so that's fine. I can take a re-entry. I was only down $89. That's fine. No problem with that. I already taken way more trades than I should have. I should have stayed with maximum 3 trades. Maximum. That would be the absolute maximum. So currently I am breaking my own rules. BogaFX, welcome. Mr. Proper, welcome. Really? TRADEIFY affiliates are sellouts. They defend the straight to funded model versus top step reset sim. I haven't checked anything about that. So the only thing I know is that top step is coming out with that, but otherwise I haven't really followed the situation. Obviously, if you want to take a TRADEIFY straight to funded, there's a good code for it. Go long is going great. Yeah, stops at break even. Nice. Use Quant Hour, and I'm assuming TradingView. Yeah, yes, I do the charting on TradingView because I think TradingView is just excellent for charting. For trading and execution, for these trades, Quant Hour is super great, but the main reason for me is the multi-connection and the copy trading with Quant Hour. Obviously, I think it's somewhat user-friendly, so I think it's kind of good. How come you use Quant Hour? It's easy to make. Well, I'm partially, I have the status of self-employed and individual. So I have to pay a lot of tax as individual, almost 48% tax as a Hungarian. If you take your payouts as an individual private person, 48% tax is what you have to pay after the payouts. As a self-employed small company, EV, I can go with 25 to 30% depending on how much I can deduct as an expense as well, but I can go definitely lower. Usually about 30%. But yeah. Straight to funded is trash. Oh, really? I didn't know. I haven't checked all the details. Thank you, Quank. Move to Dubai. Yeah, I've been told. I have a friend who is actually establishing offshore companies. That's what he's doing, and he told me I should be doing a Dubai company in the free zone. That's what he calls it. There's a so-called free zone place in Dubai where I don't have to pay any tax. But he told me I have to travel to Dubai at least once to sign some papers. I need to sign some papers and open a bank account or something with debit card and everything, and it's like a free zone company. 48%, yes, 48%. Yeah, in Hungary, 48% as a private individual. So not a company, not self-employed, but as a individual private person, it's 48% tax. What's the best offered straight funded account? Well, it's hard to say which one is the best. Obviously, TRADEIFY is very popular. TickTickTrader has one as well. FundingTicks. These are the ones that are pulling the market. I think right now I'm not talking about which one is technically the best, but the most popular is what I'm hearing and I keep seeing is the TRADEIFY straight to funded accounts. That's what I heard. That's all I know in popularity. They're ripping us off, yeah. Yesterday I purchased a new account with your... Hey, thank you. Trading platform Quant Hour, but I don't know how to use Quant Hour. Oh, DPK, it's like super simple. Obviously, you have to download and install the connection. If you obviously have to use DX feed. So you just enter at the connection page. There is a guideline how to do it on MyFundedFutures FAQ page. You just have to enter your connection as a DX feed and paste your login name and password there, and that's how simple it is to connect with Quant Hour. You can open up a chart. I mean, I cannot really demonstrate you a full tutorial how to trade with Quant Hour, but the platform itself, it's quite easy to use. So obviously this is a chart, and here are the buy, sell buttons, flat button, everything. You can select your market from the list here, right? Which market you want to trade. There are some drawing tools, charting tools here. You can put on limit orders with the mouse trading button. Let me just give you an example. I don't know. Let's just choose an Apex account. I don't know. Let's go here. So you can use the mouse button to put on, sell limit order, and you can also use the market order. So there's lots of things you can do, obviously. Let me look quickly on gold. Okay, gold is going up. This trade is not going good for me. That's the problem. Still going higher. So it's not that super simple. I mean, I cannot explain it in a minute. Annual, hey, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. But, you know, there's a few videos out there on YouTube. I can actually make a short video how to connect with the prop firm with Quant Tower. It's very simple. The copy trader is also built in. 9% in Dubai. Each 6 months, or yeah. So he told me, yes, I have to travel to Dubai once or twice every year to sign some papers. Yeah, exactly. And to establish a company, well, I've been told it's not that much. I've been told it's possible from $10,000 to $12,000. I guess it depends on the commission of the lawyers and all that such. I've been told I can make it from $10,000 to $12,000. Plus, I have to buy a plane ticket to go there and sign the papers. What do you think of straight funded with payout split 50% Canada? It's not the worst idea, TS, but I still have to look into it because it's just new to me. But so far, it's not bad, I think. If the goal for you obviously is to trade on live account. Albert, good morning. Sean Connery slapping a woman. I saw that video. I saw that, yeah. Yeah, it's not funny. That's true, Natasha. I saw that video. Actually, that's not the best promo for Sean Connery. You cannot stay out for more than 6 months. I don't know exactly. Free zone is as low as 2K. I've been told it's definitely like a little bit lower. I bought 20 of 50K accounts from Apex yesterday. Hey, thank you, Albert. Thank you so much. I thank you for the support. Well, you know, it comes with time and discipline, Albert, but I wish you great success with your new accounts. And that's I mean, lots of success. You know, step by step, obviously try to save as much as possible in drawdown and not to blow up everything. You need to bring me more money. Yeah, millions. Yeah, in Monaco, definitely you need. I don't know about that fuel cost. I don't know. LLC with Hungary, Tom, it's worth it. We did some calculations. I can do an LLC as well in Hungary. It's actually not that bad. I can go down as little as 18 to 20% in tax, but running an LLC has its costs. I have to do much more accounting. it requires a lot more paperwork, so that's why the accountant takes more money as well. More details into it. Right now I am a self-employed, which is the most simple way of being an entrepreneur in Hungary. I can still get away with like 25 to 30%, as I said, depending on how much fees I can deduct. You know, it depends. Walk Dog, it's my pleasure. Thank you for the comment. But I'm just, you know, we're just talking. US LLC. I've been told that too. Actually, I'm in contact right now with a company which is doing this. So I've been told that opening up the US LLC can be a smart idea, you know. And that exactly, make a holding company in Dubai and basically transfer the income to the holding company. But there are some tricks and details I'm not sure, I don't want to talk about because I don't know exactly the details. But I've been told, so there is a certain level of income where it's a pretty good idea to make a holding company in Dubai and make an LLC in the US, and that way I can still channel out the money to Dubai. I don't know. Bulenox is back to 45% right now, so everybody's waiting for sales, but at least it's 45% on the option 2 accounts as well. Yeah, exactly. So I still had to pay, for example, last year, I had to pay a lot of tax for some payouts as an individual. So I established the EV as an individual self-employed company. It's not a company, it's egyéni vállalkozó, you know that it's individual it's self-employed entrepreneurship. And I could do it with a few prop firms, not all of them. Unfortunately, some prop firms, some prop firms told me that it's not that simple, but some prop firms told me yes, they can do it. And I managed to switch to self-employed. So I'm not going to comment on that field cost right now. Yeah. Gold trade is working. I haven't checked it. Let's see what's happening with gold. Yeah, gold is still in the positive territory, but we'll see. The NQ trade is not good right now. How surprising. At least I will know it failed. I mean, Trade Delicious, it's not super difficult, but obviously if you don't pay taxes, because the money is always coming to one of your bank accounts, sooner or later, you know, the tax office is gonna notice if you're not paying tax. So I don't want to get into any trouble. So unfortunately, tax needs to be paid. And this year in my country, it was in May 20 was the last date I had to pay the individual tax. That was actually a pain. That was a pain to pay that money into the tax office. I was feeling the pressure and the pain, like, oh my God, I have to pay this money to the tax office. Basically, I had to pay the money for our prime minister's family. They are using the money actually. So I'm actually financing our prime minister and his family. And that was the weird feeling, you know, when I deposited that money. Apex did the switch. Bulenox did the switch. Take Profit Trader did the switch. With MyFundedFutures, I'm still as an individual. So I'm still trying to put everything under self-employed or an LLC. Now, I've been told that, for example, Bulenox told me if I'm going to switch to an LLC, I might going to be in trouble because they already switched me once and they can only do it once. So I might have to get a new account with them. But and close the previous account. So it's not, I don't know why is this, but if I'm doing an LLC, I have to redo everything from the start with the registrations, with the accounts, you know, everything, and it's just a pain in the butt. Yeah, I know. There's many ways, Dabadeep or Dabadeep. There are some quote unquote legal tricks, okay, that we can use, which I'm not going to talk about here on stream. There are some absolutely legal tricks and you know, loopholes that we can use. And again, I don't want to talk about it because the internet is listening and the government is listening, but there are some tiny loopholes that I can use to optimize it. But yes, obviously as an individual, it's always going to be much more tax. Yeah, so Stefan, obviously it's also depending on your country, on the local tax laws and everything. There are some loopholes, okay? Just remind yourself that there are always some loopholes, and there are some very smart accountants who knows how to play these loopholes legally. But I'm not going to talk about it right here because, again, this is YouTube. And I don't want to give financial advice, obviously. Yeah, exactly, Cedric. Yeah. Props don't want you to have business name on the accounts. Yes, something like that. Debadi prop firms basically requires the individual as a trader. So I'm just going to give you an example. MyFundedFutures was saying, and I did not do the switch, not because of that, but I'm not going to go into details. Even if you're trading as an LLC, the trader should be the same individual who is the owner and the director of the LLC. And, you know, something like the same goes for other prop firms. They're requiring the individual at the end of the line to be the same trader. So the director and the owner of the LLC should be the one who is pushing the button by the rules. Anyway, yeah, they're watching. Yeah, I don't like this price action. I'm pissed off from this because I was really hoping for a chance. My gold trade is not looking good. I'm actually, I should be just walking away. So that's what I should do. Just walk away and enjoy the rest of the day until New York session. It's just not looking good. I'm still going to leave this zone for later just to see how it's going to react. Even if it takes me out, it's awesome. But I'm just going to be curious for later if the zone at 438 is going to be mitigated or not. Kind of an interesting area. Especially because that 15-minute zone has not been taken out at all. So just an interesting take. We are sitting at 500. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to hold it. I think ES wants to go for that zone up there on the 15-minute, and that's why, well, actually even higher, 64.94, and that's why it feels like NQ is just going to follow. So we might not going to see this drop, and eventually Asia high is going to get taken out, but it is what it is. Can't really do anything about it. TA looks better than 1 year ago. What is the TA? I'm sorry, I'm still slow. I'm just slow. Technical analysis, sorry. Well, thank you for saying that. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize again for my outrage against ICT and trolling his name. Thank you. So I was definitely, so I learned a lot from him. I wasn't meaning to hurt anybody who is a deeper follower or you know, follows ICT more closely. I was just a little bit trolling. I will never forget how many things I've learned from ICT. So apologize for the troll. I was just pissed off from those trades, and that's it. Okay, so far I think this trade is gonna go to the dumpster. It definitely seems like. I'm gonna leave my stop loss at 514.25. It's most likely gonna fail. My gold trade is gonna be the way like this. This is just not one of those great London sessions for me, but at least I'm keeping the losses like small. So hopefully the New York session will give us something better. So being said that, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna cut it here, and thank you so much for watching the stream. I'll be back for New York session. So thank you, Peter. So thank you very much for watching. If you would like to support the channel, or even considering maybe to support the channel, please don't forget to use my code TOMSABO. It works at all these prop firms, TRADEIFY, even if you want to get a straight to funded account, or FundingTicks, MyFundedFutures, Take Profit Trader, Bulenox, Apex, you name it, Funded Futures Network. I have the same code everywhere. And I do appreciate and very grateful if you guys and gals using the code. It really helps for me to be here full time. Thank you so much. And God bless you all. And I'm seeing you in New York session. All right. God bless. Cheers.